Hello and welcome to another race vlog. This is the second race vlog of the year, and it's going to be covering rounds 3 and 4 of the Kyrgyzstan Mini Cup. And I'm heading up today, a day before the actual race on Friday the 26th of May, because I'm picking up a very good friend from the Belfast City Airport. His name is Alex Luke, and Alex is a motorsport photographer, and myself and Alex know each other through sim racing online, and we've raced with each other for around about 3 years now. So we've never met in person, so this will be the first time we meet whenever I pick him up. But so I've been asking Alex a few times to come over and take photographs and whatnot, and we finally sort of got a date that suited us, and he's coming over. So he's getting into the airport, I think about 20 past 1. It's bang on 12 o'clock now. So I'm heading round about Dungiven, so should be about an hour, should get me there. And then we'll head on down to the track. So that's all the crack for now, and I'll catch up with you whenever we're picking Alex up. I'm in Belfast here now, parked outside the Porsche garage. It's around the corner from the airport. So Alex's flight I think is about 20 minutes before it gets in, so I'm just going to wait here until he phones me, and then I'll head round for him then. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to give you a wee bit of info on the Kyrgyzstan Mini Cup, because whenever I done my video the last time, I realised I sort of didn't give an explanation as to what it is. So, well, it's a bit self-explanatory. The Kyrgyzstan Mini Cup is a race series based on the Mini R50, so it's a one make race series. The Minis can be from 01 to 06, it's 1.6 engine, and there's some modifications that you have to run. Well, there's only really one that you have to run, which is the remap. Everybody has to run the same map, and it's not so that you get the max out of the engine, but it's so that everybody's on the same map. And then tyres, everybody has to be in the same tyres. The Toyo proxies are 888R. Exhausts are optional, lowering springs are optional, air intake's optional, and then you need all your usual safety stuff, your cage, your harnesses, and your seat and everything else. But that's it. It's based at Kyrgyzstan. There's 7 race events this year, 2 races at each event, so that'll be 14 races altogether. So this is the second race meeting with the third and fourth one, and it's picked up really good. We've had a lot of interest in it. I think there's about 20 altogether people sort of registered with race numbers, so hopefully within the next sort of few months we might see the numbers go up to 15, 16, and then maybe into the 20s then. But I just thought I would explain a wee bit about the class, and that's it, because I just felt I didn't explain enough about it the last day. But look, I'll head on here, and I'm sure you'll see whenever I go around to pick up Alex shortly. But difficult getting in the airport with a car and a trailer.
Yeah, it's pretty busy over there as well.
How was your flight?
Probably the best flight I've been on in a while. Smooth as anything.
It's good conditions for it, isn't it? I was literally just down there about a mile, but whatever way I thought you were coming in, you weren't. It was like a different direction. It's alright, I'll go now. It was like a different direction, so I was like standing with my camera, like trying to video it, but made a balls yet.
The thing is fucking boiling on me.
It's warm. So as we pull out of the George Best Belfast City Airport and we head down towards Kirkistown racetrack, I'm just going to tell you a wee bit about the title of my video. So it's called Race Vlog Sort of, and that's because from this point in there's no actual race vlogging, me talking to the camera sort of thing. and I sort of just didn't film anything whenever we get down to the track, and then the next day, because Alex was there and a good friend came up from home with his brother, and I sort of just wanted to enjoy the day with them, and not have the pressure of talking to myself or talking to the camera while they were there. So sort of just decided to do that, but I still have the race footage, and I still have enough footage to sort of make a video that's good to watch. But with that being said, we made our way down to the track. We stopped on the way to get some essential breakfast items for the next morning to do a bit of a fry up, which was good. And when we got down to the track, we met with a good friend that I used to race with in the Fiestas, Mark Stewart, and myself and Mark done a wee bit of testing, and we were running quite close together, and then I delaminated a tyre, so that wasn't too fun, and I had to get that changed. Luckily Billy there was there with his lorry and his tyre machines, and he was able to get that changed for me. I also lost a piece of trim when I was out. Somehow going through Deaders, it was. We actually done a track walk then after we done the sessions, and we found the piece of trim, and I was able to get it stuck back on with a bit of trusty duct tape. And here's just a wee clip of us heading out, thanks to Alex, as we head out for one of our test sessions. And a wee clip again here from Alex as we go through the chicane. And that's the piece of trim that we found on our track walk. And of course had to have a few beer while we were in the enjoying the sunshine walking through the track. But just jumping ahead here now to qualifying. And this was my fastest lap. So myself and Mark went out together. Mark in front and me following, and Mark was pulling away from me, so that my fastest lap was actually my first lap out, well, my first full lap. So I sort of got a toe from Mark on the first lap, and then he started to pull away, and the rest of my laps then were a bit slower. But I think it was good enough to put me in sixth position. So I definitely need to be quicker through the chicane. I'm going to adapt a bit of a different line the next time we're out to see if that gets me through the chicane any quicker. And my braking as well, I'm just not as confident in the Mini with the ABS under braking as I was in the Fiesta that didn't have ABS. just thought I would let you watch and absorb the carnage that caused the red flag on the first lap of the first race, and enjoy the sort of the restart as well. So I started the first start in 6th place, and then the restart I started in 6th as well. So I'm in 4th now at the minute, so I've already passed 2 cars off the line, and I think I'm side by side here with Wayne. Yep, side by side there with Wayne Owens. And I just give him a wee bit of a nudge there. I didn't bother letting off, and it actually helped get some grass out of my grill that was caught up on there whenever I had to sort of go stage left, avoiding the accident at the start. But we're going to go side by side once again with Wayne, and I think as I cross the line with Wayne, I cross the line 3rd. Cross the line, take 3rd place for that lap, and side by side through Deaders, and then down into Colonial I have the inside line, so that's me in the 3rd place. But if you look behind, there are 2 red fast approaching minis that are going to cause me a bit of trouble as we progress through the race. And for some weird reason, the Mazda MX-5s started behind us, which wasn't good, because they were trying to come through as we were battling. And if you caught a Mazda between, if a Mazda took over you and then he was between you and a Mini, then you've already lost 2 or 3 car lengths. You're out of the slipstream, and your race is done by that stage. So Noel got down the inside of me there. Something I need to work on is defending. Like, I should have been on the right hand side there, I feel. But at the time I just thought, I'll take my line, but Noel got on up the inside under braking. So that's something I need to just watch out for and improve on. So we're still giving him a bit of grief. He hasn't driven away with it just yet. But that other red Mini is very close, and he's catching the red Mini of Darren Gilmore. I'd need to take his line through the chicane because he closed right up there. And same again here. I think this was actually I brake myself a wee bit, and Darren got up the inside, and off he goes. He's in the 4th, and I'm back now to 5th. This Mazda in front of me now has passed, no problem, but he just holds me up a wee bit here going through Deaders. Just had to back off ever so slightly, and not his fault. He's been put behind us and he's fighting his way through, but it can cause problems for us then. But we skip ahead a wee bit, and Noel and Darren, they've escaped on up the road. And if you look on the rear view camera, you'll see Wayne Owens has been catching lap after lap. And I don't know what happened Wayne there. He must have outbraked himself, but he ended up in the grass. This is actually the last lap of race 1, so we ended up 5th after all that, and was happy enough to take 5th on race 1. as we come to the end of the first lap, which I made an actual good start on, sort of just started to go backwards then from here on in. So Noel got me there going into the hairpin, and I'm going to come under another bit of attack now from Craig Gilmore through the chicane. So I seen he was there, sort of had to give him a bit of room. I gave him room, he gave me room, but it meant that I came through the chicane a bit slower than I wanted to, and then Wayne was able to take advantage of that as well and get past me. So just as I approach the chicane and I have a bit of a moment, it's time for me to wrap things up. So I'd like to thank my sponsors, Friendly Financial, M-Take Brakes, Roller Door Services and Parcel Collection Depot for all their help. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, I really wouldn't be able to do it without them. So thank you very much for your continued support. And we're going to just head towards the line now and take the checkered flag in 6th place. And at this point now I will just leave you with some sax beat, and I'll finish up with some photos, of course, from Alex, who made the trip over from Wales. So also thanks to Alex for coming over and providing us with those fantastic photos. So thanks very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.